Welcome to another episode of Banking on Education. Today's special guest is Angie Garcia, and you are in our contact center.
Yes.
I'm very purposeful about calling it a contact center because you guys do way more than just field phone calls. Tell us about that.
Yes, we do. I definitely like to say anything that isn't like in branch, really, we pretty much touch, from like anything with the website. If a member contacts us on the website, I'm using our chat services. Anytime they call in, we pretty much get those processes started.
And now we've added text as well.
Exactly.
So you guys are not just fielding phone calls, you're doing chat, text, answering emails. It really is kind of like a one-stop contact center.
Yes, if you talk to any agent that's in the contact center, they take a lot of pride in being able to say that if it comes to us, it gets handled.
Yeah, and how long have you been in the contact center?
I think it's going on 4 years. I was my first year as an agent and the last 3 years as a senior contact center representative.
I believe it's one of those jobs in the credit union where you probably, in the shortest amount of time, can learn more about the credit union than any other position in the building.
Yes, I remember my first week of training. I sat down with who was training me. We went through everything. I took lunch, and in my car I sat and I was like, I have no idea if I can do this. This is a lot to learn. It's definitely like you touch on every little thing.
Yeah, you almost become like an expert on basically just, everything that has to do with the credit union. I mean, you've got to be able to field calls about loans, accounts. You've got to troubleshoot. You guys are excellent troubleshooters.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
If it doesn't work, we get a phone call about it. I like to joke around and say sometimes, like, if the credit union for whatever reason hasn't noticed that something as small as like our deposits, our RDC is down, we're going to be the first ones to know about it because it's going to be somebody calling in that can't deposit that check. And it's as simple as asking them, have you deleted the app and re-downloaded it, to all the way asking them about what type of phone that they use, what software do they have on it, do they have anything like the search engine blocks and such like that, VPNs. It could really be anything that's preventing them from being able to use that service.
So what are some of the more common calls that you guys field on a daily basis, and something that you could maybe share with the members so that maybe you could prevent such calls?
So online banking, of course, is one of the top ones, but I'd really like to touch on the dispute process a little bit. Okay. We get a lot of calls about either fraud or disputes with particular merchants. In those situations, we always want to recommend to our members to make sure that their account alerts are on. That's such a great feature that we have that's really underused. You can definitely set an amount. Like for me, I have it set at anything over 1 cent, I'm going to get notified by text or by email that something's going out of my account. Those are really important because when fraud hits, it doesn't hit tiny. It hits big.
And fast.
Exactly. And they take those opportunities. A lot of these fraudsters, they work just like us. They clock in.
They work in a contact center.
Exactly. They work in a contact center. They clock in every single day. They have a certain amount of spoofing calls, texts, emails that they're supposed to send out to get those people to respond, and they're going to tell you anything to get you to respond. So those are the types of calls that we get into, people saying that we're the ones that are contacting them when in reality it's somebody pretending to be us. So a lot of the things that we like to educate our members on is reminding them, if we're contacting you, we're not going to ask for your social security. We're not going to ask for your PIN number. We're not asking for your online banking information. We can't even see half of that information. So why would we ask you for it?
Yeah.
And if somebody is contacting you, asking about that, and they're claiming to be from any institution, really, they shouldn't be asking for that. Right. They have that on file for you.
Yeah. And it'd be good if you do get something like call us on our trusted number.
Exactly.
You'll get to meet with somebody and we can verify the veracity of
exactly.
Of the call.
And when it comes to merchant disputes, a lot of these, especially with social media, and we have a lot of marketplaces now on the big social media sites. We always recommend our members to, if you don't feel right about something, call in and ask us. we're here for you.
Yeah.
We've heard it all, from the puppy scams to the scams on job scams, things like that. I mean, run it by us. We've heard it all. We're not here to judge you. We have family members just like you who we go home and they ask us the exact same questions. We're happy to answer it, because if you go forward with that purchase and you come to us and you tell us that you didn't get the product or the service, that really hurts us in the long run. We have family members too, just like you. We're like, this is something my mother would have fallen for, or my father would have fallen for. It hurts us just as much.
Yeah.
So please call and ask us.
So tell me about a time when you helped a member, and kind of one of those stories where if you think back on it, it always makes you smile.
Definitely. We've had a lot of those. Going back to the puppy dog scam, I did have this member who, she didn't really want to admit to me what she was getting into, but she was like, they asked me for my account and routing number, and they asked me for my social security, and I filled out all this information, but I'm just wondering, like, can they steal from my account that way? And I'm like, yes, you can. I need you to kind of tell me what it is that you're getting into, because I'm a little concerned for you. And she was like, please don't judge me. And I told her, I was like, look, I have had so many situations. I have a brother and a sister who they're your exact age. I need you to tell me what's going on, because I want to help you. I want to protect you. And so finally she fessed up and she was like, it's just a really cute dog that I want to get. And she was like, it was like some Shih Tzu brand. I really cannot remember the exact brand, but it was a really like nice dog. She showed me a picture of it, but she says that they're not getting back in contact with her. And I told her, okay, this is what we need to do. We need to shut down everything, because she had given out her online banking information too. We're going to get everything shut down. Thankfully, they hadn't taken anything from the account yet. Shut it down, got her new account number, got her devices scrubbed, because they also sent her some links that she clicked on.
Oh, wow.
And we had to get her in contact with the credit bureaus as well to get her information locked down. And at the very end of it, she called me back, I think like 2 days later, and she was like, just let you know, they didn't take anything, and thanks so much.
So I mean, that you literally saved her, the possibility of having her account wiped out and having to go through all that.
And she was very young. So it's not that it's any better if it's an older person, but especially like you're starting your life out so young, you still have like so much time. It's like, you don't think that something like that can come back and bite you in the butt till you're applying for that home, or you're applying for that first car. Or they really just get you with all that information. Yeah,
I think if anything, everybody could use a little healthy dose of skepticism.
Exactly. I always like to recommend the members, especially going into the holidays, research who it is that you're purchasing from. I mean, look at the website, look at the reviews if they have any. Are people happy about the product? Are they upset? Do they have trouble with the shipping? If it is a website, go to the bottom of the website, look at the contact us section. Do they even have a contact us section? First off, that's a really big indicator. If you can't get in contact with who you're purchasing from, should you really be purchasing from them?
Yeah.
Go in, open a chat with them, call the number. Does somebody answer the phone? Does somebody respond in the chat? Those are really big signs of, is this a legitimate merchant that I'm purchasing from?
Yeah. So unfortunately, not all calls are happy calls. We're dealing with people's money, and sometimes they get upset. How do you handle an upset member?
I really like to preach and practice showing empathy. I always, anytime we're training, we regularly redo these trainings too. We always remind our agents and myself as well. This is somebody's like father, grandmother, mother, child. Have that empathy, express to them. Regrettably, we cannot assist you with this. Here's what I can do for you in the future to prevent this from happening again.
Okay. What's your favorite part about working in the contact center? Is it your teammates?
Definitely the teammates, and also being a part of like the little experiences that the members have. So you'll get a call from like a mother and her 15-year-old's on the line. This is their first account, and you're getting to set up their online banking for them. And you get to show them all the cool features and all the things. And you can tell the mom and the child too, like, this is what you can do. You can send money back and forth to each other. You can set up those account alerts. We also have it eventually too, when she is like 18, she can check her credit score here. She can learn about like how to track it. This is where you apply for things. This is where you kind of look at your budgeting on there and see how much are you spending when you go to McDonald's every single like Friday or Saturday, you know. Those are my favorite parts for sure.
So working in the contact center, you've been there a good time. I mean, that's quite a lot, because I don't think people realize how not only stressful, but it's a nonstop job. So how do you handle that pressure?
It's definitely camaraderie for sure. I think the people that you work with really set that apart. If you're in a workplace where either you don't get along or you guys just don't talk, that's a really big downer, to say the least. But also time outside of work and the projects that Gulf Coast does as well. Like little things like this are really like engaging and really keep your morale up. And again, like what you do outside of work, I like to go, I like to read. I do a lot of painting. I do a lot of walks on the beach. Really nice, really fun stuff. Well,
Angie, we are lucky to have you. The members are lucky to have somebody like you on their side. Thank you for coming on. I love the stories, and I appreciate what you're doing for our members.
Thank you. I'm really happy to be here and love being here.
So tune in next time for another episode of Banking on Education.